What if Zeus, king of the gods, lord of thunder, ruler of Olympus, was toppled from his throne? What if Hera, Apollo, Poseidon, and Athena had succeeded in overthrowing him, and Hera alone ruled as queen of all gods? How would mythology, and even humanity's story, look different? Before we climb Olympus, I want you to tell me in the comments, which god or goddess do you think would have been the best ruler of Olympus if Zeus never wore the crown? I'll be checking your answers. Now, back to the rebellion. The idea isn't fiction. Myths already tell us that Hera, Poseidon, and Athena once plotted against Zeus. They tried to bind him with chains, but he was rescued, and their plan failed. In our history of myth, Zeus reigned supreme, but what if he hadn't? Imagine the coup succeeds. The thunderbolts are taken from his hand. The king of gods is chained, cast out, or even imprisoned in Tartarus. Hera seizes power, not as queen alongside Zeus, but as the sole ruler of Olympus. The first change is the throne itself. Hera, goddess of marriage and family, would reshape Olympus in her image. Instead of Zeus's chaotic rule, filled with affairs, rivalries, and favoritism, Hera might enforce strict order. Fidelity and loyalty would be supreme. The gods would be less free to follow whims, and more bound by laws of family, duty, and stability. What about Poseidon? As a co-conspirator, he might demand greater power. Perhaps the seas would rise in importance, with ocean kingdoms rivaling Olympus itself. Apollo, god of prophecy and light, could serve as Hera's enforcer of wisdom, guiding her rule through oracles and visions. Athena, goddess of strategy and justice, might become her general, commanding Olympus with a sharper sense of fairness than Zeus ever showed. But humanity, we would feel the difference most of all. Under Zeus, mortals lived under fear of storms, divine punishment, and the gods' tempers. Zeus's lightning strikes became symbols of his anger. Under Hera, mortals might live under different rules. Marriage, fertility, and the family unit might dominate society. Myths could emphasize harmony in households, rather than conquest in battle. Warriors might pray less to Zeus for victory, and more to Athena for guidance, or to Poseidon for safe passage. The heroic age of Greece, Achilles, Heracles, Odysseus, might look less like tales of war, and more like tales of law, loyalty, and domestic order. And what of the Olympian balance? Without Zeus's chaotic energy, divine politics shift. A Hera-dominated Olympus might banish gods like Dionysus, whose wildness opposes order. Ares, god of war, might be restrained or weakened, since Hera and Athena both valued strategy over blind rage. Even Aphrodite's influence could shrink under Hera's authority, with love treated less as passion and more as duty. But there's danger too. Hera was not known for mercy. Her myths are filled with jealousy and vengeance against Zeus's lovers and children. As sole ruler, her wrath might extend beyond the family. Entire cities could suffer if they displeased her. Without Zeus to balance her, Olympus might trade chaos for tyranny. The ripple effect spreads further. Without Zeus, heroes like Heracles, Zeus's son, might never rise. Hera despised him. In this alternate myth, she might erase his legend before it begins. Greek culture would lose one of its most enduring heroes. Other demigods, born from Zeus's many affairs, might never exist. The mythological family tree itself would collapse. And imagine the symbol of power. Instead of Zeus's thunderbolt ruling the skies, Hera might wield the scepter of marriage, the peacock, or some new symbol of divine authority. The very image of Olympus changes, from a storm-tossed kingdom of thunder to a throne draped in regal order, jeweled and unshakable. Fast forward. If Hera ruled Olympus alone, the cultural legacy of Greece would look radically different. Roman religion, which borrowed heavily from Greek myth, might never elevate Jupiter, Zeus's Roman form. Instead, Juno, Hera's Roman counterpart, might dominate. Western culture itself, with its centuries of patriarchal kingship, might instead be shaped by the myth of a queen on the highest throne. So what if Hera, Apollo, Poseidon, and Athena had overthrown Zeus? Olympus might be more orderly, but less free. Heroes might vanish, but families and cities might gain strength. Humanity might worship law over lightning, and the greatest ruler of gods might not be a king, but a queen. Now let me leave you with this. Would Hera's reign bring peace to Olympus, or would her jealousy and vengeance make her an even harsher tyrant than Zeus? Tell me what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more mythological what-ifs right here on Mythomouths.